Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Nice sunny day, yeah, out for a walk. And I thought I'd drop a little video for you, because you know, it's like to just take a little seat back, relax, and then work comes to mind. Fun comes to mind. I tell you what, combining the both isn't too bad, especially when it's transfer window time, because been on this channel for a few years now, never used to do the transfer window videos because there would be an absolute waste of time under Mike Ashley in the previous regime. Would never sign anybody, couldn't even get anyone on loan, or it'd be a free sign like Jeffrey Hendrick, who's come back to Toon actually. He's ready for Champions League days, isn't he? He's signing for the Toon. He's coming back from his red and loan spell. He's ready. He's ready for Milan. He's ready for Madrid, Jeffrey. Let's bloody hope not. Let's bloody hope not. But the times of getting the likes of a Hendrick and on loan, Hendrick and on a free, sorry, and scraping around for loan deals and that are over. The big days are back now. The Champions League days are back. And the big money spenders are back. Could be back. If you're led to believe Gazzetta dello Sport, the Italian newspaper. Now, the Mirror and other UK outlets have picked up on this, that Newcastle United are ready to bid £130 million for Napoli's Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, £130 million to Newcastle United is the big rumour this weekend, and what a big one it is. I mean, it's a bit mad, isn't it, really? But then again, it's not, you know. It's not, and the thing is, we need to kind of shift our mentality and thinking on this, because everyone's probably going to be, we're never going to sign him, that's too much. But it's not too much for us now. We've got an extra £100 million after qualifying for the Champions League. We're going to make an extra £50 million of just being there, and then the television rights and everything else that comes with it, and that's without even getting out the group stages. So if we manage to get out the group stages, we're going to get even more of a windfall, and that's not taking into account the money that the owners can pump in before FFP becomes an issue. That's not taking into account player sales. So we will spend, I think, £200 million this summer. Now, the issue is, would we spend 130 million of that on Osimhen? Probably not. For me, probably not, because I think it's not the main area of strength, is it really? Midfield is for us. Obviously, Eddie Howe wants another left back, wants another centre back as well, and obviously midfield is the key area for us, and a winger. So I couldn't say we're really going all out and spending 130 million on a striker when we've just spent 63 million last year on Alexander Isak, and we've got Callum Wilson there when fit. Is fantastic. So I'm not sure if that would be the case. However, who knows what these owners are thinking and what Eddie Howe's thinking. Maybe he's thinking, right, I can play Isak down the left, I can play Osimhen, just drop my glasses down the park bench there, I can play Isak down the left, I can play Osimhen down the middle, and I can play Wilson off the bench. Or, you know, because with these cup games, right, we are going to need another striker. We really are going to need another striker for these cup games, because we're playing twice a week now, and Wilson can't do that. You can't play every week for a season. And then are you really going to rely on just Isak? But the problem is, I'm not sure if we'd go that big on the strengthening in that department. Would we maybe look to get a youngster to come in to compete? Would we maybe get someone more experienced, someone who's not going to cost that much? We've definitely got to sign a striker this summer, because we've only got Wilson as our out-and-out recognised striker. Yes, Isak can play there, but he's played a lot on the left. Where's he going to play next season? How that's going to work? It all depends on what we do. We're signing Madison as well, I suppose, who would be a number 10 for us, who could offer things going forward. But we need a lot more forward options with the Champions League in mind. We need a lot more attacking resources to come off the bench at least as well, to switch your style and your formation. So back to the story at hand, and that is that the Italian newspapers and now the UK newspapers are saying that Newcastle United will compete with Manchester United for a £130 million bid of Victor Osimhen, 24-year-old in Italy there, just won the league, and I think he will leave Serie A. I think he will leave Napoli this season, because Spalletti, the coach, is leaving. They just won the title. He's taking a year out, and he's getting linked with all the big jobs, so he'll take a year out, he said, refresh, recharge, and he'll come back and probably get the bloody Real Madrid job in a couple of years' time or something, or the Tottenham job maybe. So I think Napoli in the team, they'll need to do a rebuild, and I think they'll use Osimhen's money to do that, and I think Victor Osimhen does want a new start. He said that he wants to move abroad, he wants to try a new league. Obviously, there's a fly on my thumb. He wants to try a new league. Maybe would that be the Premier League? You know, he has been very heavy linked with Manchester United, and that would suit them to the bone. That's exactly the type of signing they need to make, because they've got bloody Wout Weghorst up front. Do you know what I mean? With Rashford up there, if they sign Osimhen and a couple more, they could maybe try and push Man City. I don't think they would, but they could at least challenge them a lot more than they have done this season. Then you look and you think, well, they've been linked with Harry Kane a lot, but now Kane's getting linked to replace Benzema at Real Madrid. So it's all up in the air, I suppose, but I would expect Osimhen to leave. £130 million the price tag that Napoli want. They're happy to sell, but they want that fee. Osimhen scored 25 goals last season. He's an absolute animal. He's a great all-round striker. He's a right handful, gets amongst the goals. Really, really big threat. You know, he's a super talented player. So if we did get him, obviously it would be a statement of intent, to say the least. Everyone would wake up and think, bloody hell, Newcastle need to sign Osimhen. Probably the most wanted striker in Europe, one of the most talented strikers in Europe, one of the best statistically strikers across Europe's top 5 leagues. So that would be massive for them, massive for us to get him. But I don't know if we would pump that much money in. If you say we have got 200 million, maybe a little bit more with player sales. Could we do it? We could, but would we do it in terms of then loosening the budget for the rest of the team? Because for me, we need a left back. I think Kieran Tierney will come in. We need a centre back to compete with Fabian Shaw alongside Botman, maybe a younger one. Even though Shaw's been amazing, but that's apparently what Eddie Howe wants. We need a centre mid, you know, maybe a Declan Rice, a type of player like that. And then we need a Madison, a number 10. Obviously we're linked with Sabalzi, the Hungarian midfielder. Diaby's rumours won't go away. Harvey Barnes from Leicester as well, the winger. So we do need to make 5 or 6 signings. So if we're signing Osimhen, would we really be able to sign that many players? I don't think we would. So I'd be surprised if we got Victor Osimhen. But it's a big rumour. It's a one that's been lingering for... His name doesn't seem to go away because I think everyone knows he's going to leave. And there's only a certain amount of teams with money that can afford him. And I never thought I'd say that would be Newcastle. And that's what I mean about the mind shift. Do you know what I mean? We've got to switch it up and realise that we can afford these big name players now. And we can attract them. That's the big thing. It's all good and well being rich and being able to afford them. But if we didn't finish the Champions League, I don't think you'd be able to entice a Victor Osimhen. Because he's used to playing Champions League football. He's just won the league. So you need something to get them. And the same goes with Harry Kane if we were to try and go and get Harry Kane. I was at an event with Rob Lee the other night. I was chatting to him afterwards and he was saying, you know, I asked him, who do you think we should sign this summer? And he said Declan Rice was his #1 target. And second of that was Harry Kane. He thinks, why can't we go and get him? If Manchester United can't afford him or they don't want him to go elsewhere. And if Kane, apparently, you know, like I said, he's linked with Real Madrid now. That Benzema's time is coming to an end. But Kane apparently isn't too keen on leaving the country. I think he's settled here with these 7 kids that he's got, or whatever it is. I think he's got about 4 or 5, just exaggerating it, makes it funnier. But you know, his wife and kids are settled here. So I think he wants to stay in the Premier League. He obviously has an eye on Alan Shearer's goal scoring record. So Rob Lee was saying, you know, why not come to Newcastle? And I've said that loads of times on DR Sports and other things, you know, why not come to Newcastle and break Shearer's record? If he's going to do it at the tune. You know what I mean? Shearer can hand him over the goal scoring award. That would be nice. I could see that. I would like that. And now with Rob Lee, make that big signing. Declan Rice is probably going to be set for Arsenal. He's going to cost a lot. That would be amazing. But Osimhen, unreal if it happened. Like I said, one of the top strikers in Europe. Still got his best years ahead of him. More than an eye for a goal. But complete all-round striker. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we would take a chunk of our budget on the striker. Because, like I said, I think we would on a midfielder. If we could get Rice for 100 million, I think we would do it. And that would leave us with 100 million to sign 3 or 4 more. But yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. It's no doubt going to be an exciting window. We've only just got into June. We've still got 10 days or so until the transfer window opens. So it's going to be a busy one. But let me know what your thoughts are below. Would you sign Osimhen? Like, I'll give you this question. If you had the 200 million budget, would you put 130 million on it? Because I think everyone would sign him. Because they know how good he is and how many he scores goals. But is it really a priority since we've got Isak and Wilson? Like I said, we must get another striker because of Wilson's injuries. But to spend that much, I don't know. Let us know though. Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to my Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.